All right, Meow. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. We're going to wrap up the video that lawyer made where he was talking about the verdict in Delphi, Indiana. That was the Abby and Libby case. Richard Allen was found guilty on all counts. Turns out throwing someone in solitary confinement while waiting for the trial to happen for 13 months, it was enough to make him more or less lose his mind, and they were able to get over 60 confessions out of it. Innocent people don't confess to crimes that they didn't commit is likely something that went through the jurors' minds in tandem with DNA evidence, not being allowed to hear the third-party Odinism defense, and the trust me bro and the ballistics. That was enough apparently. I don't think they got the right person, but ultimately there's nothing we can do about it, and that's a real feels bad because he's going to prison for life. Realistically, he's going to go to prison for child death slash violence, and that's not gonna bode well for him. After we wrap up this video, we're going to play Terraria Calamity Mod probably for a week or so. Then we'll come back to what's it called? Radical Red. Just needed to pop the chat out and we'll be good to go. There we go.
We'll be seeing a new season of Making Murder on Netflix soon. You know, there does seem to be some similarities between these two cases, right? There does seem to be some similarities between those two cases, I should say. Arrow you. More and more, it just seems like juries take beyond reasonable doubt as a suggestion, not a rule. I mean, I think maybe people are just watching more now.
But if he hadn't confessed, the evidence is relatively weak. For example, the ballistics of not being able to replicate the marking that they claim was on the bullet from cycling through the firearm. That's not great. And then having to be like, oh, Lamau, trust me, bro. That part came out when lawyer was talking to Defense Diaries. He's a lawyer who's been following this case from day one, sitting in the gallery.
Now, right? Maybe there's more eyes on it. Because if you ask defense lawyers for all the time, it's not an even playing field. Come in there, one guy or girl sits in that chair, and everybody on the other side, cops, prosecutors, everybody points the finger at them. So most jurors show up thinking that person did it and that person's guilty unless the defense can prove otherwise. I've even had friends, right, that I've talked about this stuff. And the friends that are sitting on jurors are like, we were just begging for the defense lawyers to give us a reason or give us something, some evidence. It's like they don't have to. But that's very common, and it's kind of always been that way. I can be your barometer of sort. There's enough data now to support. I mean, yeah, there's nothing that makes it great or justifies it, right?
And yeah, that's another good point. They got the guy, but that doesn't bring Abby and Libby back. And if they didn't get the guy, then they would have to start all over again with someone else and drag it out even longer. So I definitely understand, and I don't fault the jury for the conclusion they came with what they were given, but I absolutely fault the judge and I fault the police. This didn't need to happen this way, and I hate it.
In our criminal and civil justice system, it's limited in what we can do and what repercussions we can provide. But I get what you're saying. Jocelyn, hi Peter, I'm actually shocked with this verdict, and yes, the gag order is still in place. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. There's something else I wanted to say here.
Also in crime news, Corey Richins, the woman who is on trial for allegedly murdering her husband with drugs, she was just denied bail, so we love that. She's a flight risk. And not entirely a danger to the public, but absolute flight risk.
Yeah. So I want to mention, it was about 20 hours of deliberation. Bob and I were talking earlier about, the norm is kind of 1 hour per day, which would have been around 17 hours.
Bob is Defense Diaries.
12 people got to a unanimous decision. I'm sure it wasn't easy. I would love to know what the holdups were and what the discussions were really about and how much they talked about before they started officially deliberating. That would be something really interesting to me. I would love to hear from the jurors of these cases.
And that's another thing too. In Indiana, anytime the jury's like together and they go on a break, they're allowed to talk about the case. Whereas the norm is you can only talk about the case when you're deliberating on the verdict.
Please, if anybody finds anything from the jurors of these cases, tag me in and send it to me. Hit the like button on this video, please, so it goes out there to as many people as possible so we can continue following this case and figuring out why it came down the way that it did. I'm very interested in it. I don't really feel like I'm surprised. Again, there have been a lot of cases that go a different way than I thought, right? The chat is almost always...
Whoops.
The chat does not always agree with me, right? Spoiler. I encourage disagreement, right? Diversity of thought. So from my perspective, that's a good thing, right? That we can talk about.
So that was Terraria, but that wasn't Calamity. So oopsie doopsies, poopsie whoopsies.
These things. And the chat got this one wrong, right? Now the chat was not able to watch the case. And I think that's underrated.
We know a lot more that they don't get to know, so I understand.
Even if we trust the people that gave it to us, it's still getting through somebody else's eyes and mouth. And I'm not saying they said anything wrong at all. What I'm saying is, I can watch something, and Deb can watch something, and Marissa Monroe can watch something, and Jennifer Levy can watch something, and Cezalex can watch something, and One Eye, Horn Flying Purple People Eater can watch something, and Ireland's Princess can watch something, and we can all see it differently.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? We can all see and hear something differently, especially when it's in criminal defendants' words.
Yeah.
And that's why it's really hard.
That's such a high bar.
The jurors who look into the entirety of the case will feel missed.
And yeah, there were no cameras allowed. This was very hush-hush, which, once again, flies in the face of transparency, fair, and impartiality, you know?
Misled once they find out the defense wasn't allowed to present a third-party evidence. So we say misled maybe because we disagree with it, but if the appellate court agrees with the judge's decision, then they weren't misled.
They were definitely misled, in my opinion.
Allowing in credible and reliable evidence. As much as I hate it, as much as I disagree with it, we have to make sure we're using, you know, the proper terminology. And I mean, I hate it. There are some laws in Florida, especially, where I'm like, why the heck can I feel like we're lying to juries? Like, we can't tell them there's insurance involved. We can't tell them who was actually doing X, Y, or Z. We can't tell them who's actually sitting at counsel table. It's like, why do we have to lie to them about this stuff? So it feels like it's misleading, but sometimes that's literally the law of the land. But your chat loves you. I love them. Stay away from those words, because there are so many outliers. I might just say that because it's a boondoggle for criminal defendants. You're sitting in prison, you're convicted, everybody thinks you did it, even if you win. Now you're a murderer out on the street. It's really tough. It's really tough. Peter, what bothers me is that we haven't seen any not guilty verdicts on this channel.
And he'll obviously comment on that. There have been mistrials. Karen Reed, for example, was a mistrial, and a case being dismissed like Alec Baldwin, but a proper not guilty, I don't think we've seen it yet.
Bar for guilty verdicts is just way too low with juries. So I wouldn't disagree with you about the bar being too low.
Right.
I don't think people...
I gotta make a new character for this.
In certain cases. We have seen
Let's see.
Scott Peterson in the Parkland shooting case where he was the resource officer at the school. That was a not guilty verdict. Kyle Rittenhouse, we watched the verdict on this channel. That was not guilty. Karen Reed was a hung jury. Alec Baldwin, the case was dismissed. It wasn't a not guilty verdict on the jury.
Let's see.
I do think there have been some not guilty verdicts. Never use, always or never. Yes, Rebecca.
Absolutely.
Put it plainly. This makes me nervous for the Kohberger case. I'll just tell you.
I'm pretty sure Kohberger's going to be guilty as well. That's the Idaho shooter.
Because everyday people sitting on their couch, they just think people did it if they've been arrested.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if Brian Kohberger did it or not.
I very much used to lean that way. Oh, they're being arrested. Oh, they did it. Oh, they are getting what they deserve, you know?
That's what we think we know, right? What's going to come out as reliable and credible evidence at trial still remains to be seen. But yeah, when you look at the case and you hear about the evidence in this case, you start to see, like, yeah, the chances of a not guilty verdict are not 50-50, right? It's not 50-50.
Yeah, no way 50-50, yeah.
I was going to mention that it's technically a civil case, but a lot of people thought he was the wrongdoer, and the jury found otherwise.
I'm pretty sure there's some special courts higher up that have like 99-95% conviction rates. So yeah, there's no way it's a quote-unquote 50-50.
And I hate to think if he's
innocent. All right, let's see.
I hate thinking about it, right? I've had clients that I believe did not commit a crime and have taken plea deals. Forget about just getting convicted, taking a plea deal. And I've been like, oof, but I can't tell them not to, right? Because we go to trial. I'll give them, my opinion, but we go to trial and they lose. They're looking at 10x the sentence.
Yeah, not great.
I've had other cases where it's like affirmative defenses, entrapment or self-defense, where they actually commit the deed, right? And they've gotten convicted. And the jury just did not believe the affirmative defense.
Yeah.
And that's hard as well.
Of course.
Do you think Innocence Project will pick this up?
I hope so,
it's
but
got a high profile as possible.
no idea.
He's got lawyers. Maybe they'll work with them.
Innocence Project works on getting people exonerated that they believe are not. It was basically a sham, miscarriage of justice.
On the icon. I guess John updated it to our Christmas holiday icon. It's winter here in Florida today. We are looking at a brisk 83 degrees. The high being 85
Lucky.
today. So
it was like 30 today.
Still sweating outside.
Absolutely miserable.
All right, let me see. I had a couple other notes. Oh, so people were asking about what felony murder is in this case. The felony he was charged with was kidnapping.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In the course of a felony, even if you don't intend to kill, you can still be charged with felony murder. None of that
all right.
now. I thought we were gonna have to wait until 3 for the verdict. Let me see what else I have.
Need to make a new world for this. We're slowly going through everything.
Yeah, I said if not guilty, no justice for everybody. Richard Allen gets to go home.
We're gonna go with corruption. I like corruption over Crimson. I like the MO effect more than Crimson. So it's gonna be corruption. It's gonna be medium, since that's the smallest that's supported by what's it called? By Calamity.
It's always so hard when I can't watch the trial.
Calamity is an overhaul mod. It adds a lot. It changes recipes, it adds new biomes, it overhauls bosses, it adds a bunch of items, etc. I've played through Terraria at least once, vanilla. Normally it ends with you fight the Moon Lord, and then it's more or less it. But in this, you fight Moon Lord, and there's still a bunch of bosses after. So there's a lot of content in Terraria.
So, right. But I would have expected people to be screaming at the rooftops if she was being as unfair as the judge in YSL was. People were screaming about that for Judge Canoni and Karen Reed's case, and while I think she definitely leaned the prosecution, I did not think it rose to the level of some appealable issue, but people were screaming from the rooftops, pounding the table about that. I would have expected that, or maybe even worse in this case. Why do you think it took the jury so long? Someone must have leaned not guilty. I guess.
Maybe no idea.
I don't think those confessions were.
I think they said it took 20 hours.
I don't know the answer to that. Circumstantial evidence adds up. He's guilty.
I mean, yeah, there's enough of it apparently, so
yes, he's presumed innocent, and I actually like test cases.
And he very much was not treated as if he was presumed innocent. When you're waiting to go to trial, you're usually in like a holding cell, county jail lockup. He was transferred to a maximum security facility and spent at least 13 months in a row in solitary. Absolutely heinous.
Like B. Diddy, right? I like that for us to challenge ourselves. Do we really believe the rules and laws and protections that we have in our country?
A lot of these laws, a lot of laws need to be changed, in my opinion. I don't think it's ethical that cops are allowed to lie to people that they think committed crime. That's how you get false confessions.
He's innocent until you prove it to me in court. If we can't say that about P. Diddy, now we expect them to be able to prove it, right? It sounds like they've got a lot of evidence. It's, the feds, usually a little bit stronger of a case.
Absolutely.
So, I believe they will get enough and be able to, prove it.
I think they have more than enough to get Diddy, though I do agree. Once again, technically innocent.
Push us over to that guilty side to where we are resolute, and nobody can convince us otherwise that he is guilty. That's how it should be. That's how the justice system should be in America, criminal justice.
Ideally, yeah, but sadly,
I wish that they had staff on jurors who do research, and if they have the same verdict after the research regarding all the cases, not just this one. Yeah, I think that percentage would be very small for jurors that change their position after doing a bunch of
it will be interesting to see if they also give post-verdict interviews. Jurors will do that sometimes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying you gotta go to a P. Diddy party, okay? I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying this is how we learn about the justice system, right? We learn some of the most difficult cases.
All right, and that was Lawyer You Know. He's a lawyer. That's Peter Tragos of Tragos Law. He will cover all sorts of cases As you can see, he does a podcast every week with someone talking about a case. This was Defense Diaries for Delphi. More info on Karen Reed, more Delphi, info on YSL, info on Menendez Brothers, Sarah Boone coverage, Madeline Soto. Great source of information, IMO, and I like to watch him at least once a week, if not more, when I can. I spend a lot of time off stream watching crime coverage too. So now we're gonna go over to Terraria. I got the wiki up because that's going to be important. I'm actually going to put that on the other monitor because now I'm going to put Terraria on the other screen so you all can actually see it. Let's see. All right, there we go. Go full screen, apply, back. We will do music for this since the Terraria music is actually pretty fucking bomb. I can also get rid of the little thing for level cap and such. Let's see. You'll have to let me know how the game audio is. I can definitely hear it. Okay. So we made chat. That's going to be the new world. This is the one I've been messing around with. I'm not done with Calamity on that playthrough, but I'm really far. I think I'm post Providence, which is right before like the 3 Chaos Dude Bros. So we've gotten pretty far in that one. It takes a while to get going. We're probably going to be digging a base, mucking about for a minute. Let me just get rid of this. There you go. And we'll update that as it happens, you know. Yeah, I think that's kind of fine realistically. Okay. So yep. We made Cinnabon Island because that's what I like to name that's what I like to refer to Cinnabar as. I personally think it's pretty funny. All right, Cinnabon. Let's see what this is going to be like. Some of it might be cut off now that I think about it, so I'm not sure how this is actually gonna look. Let's see. Oh no, it does show everything. Okay, good. I was concerned. I'm definitely gonna have to do some zooming. It feels so weird to be playing this on the other monitor. All right, so what do we have in our bag? Oh yeah, I have to remember what all the keybinds are. All right, sorry, Mr. Slime. I can definitely move a few things as well while we're here. Oh, okay. So I think it's tab. Yes, it is. This is the starter bag. Oh, there we go. Okay. So Terraria Calamity, it overhauls a lot. There's a lot of vanilla changes in terms of items, recipes, various interactions. Class system, it adds a rogue. So Stealth Boyo, got some throwing items, bunch of potions and such. Let's see what we're gonna have. I think I will take the hammer. I'm probably not using the staff. I'm gonna use the swirl staff, I think. Ow. Leave me alone. So first things first is we're gonna wanna make room and be in a place that it's harder for them to kill us, you know? So let's see, we'll keep the hammer. We'll do the sword. Okay. We are going to use the squirrel staff because minions are useful, especially early on. Sort. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it'd be like a sentry or not. Do we have arrows? We technically do, just not a lot. So we're gonna start with the pickaxe. We gotta start working on making a base. Also, let's see if we can make some of these elements somewhat larger. Okay. No. Yeah, I'd say that's like all fine. I was kind of hoping there'd be something to scale the UI a bit better. Like, I feel like there definitely needs to be more. Let's see. No. We'll just have to make do with that. All right. All right. Okay. So let's start digging a hole. I mean, we gotta get rid of some trees too, though. There's something very satisfying about starting a new world in a game like Terraria. You get to have a fresh start, destroy all the things, hopefully not get an event too early like a blood moon, a boss, some acid rain. And then you have to more or less just hide out for the whole night and hope you don't die. Good, the sunflowers are there to help reduce enemy spawns from coming in, from getting overwhelmed early on. Do I have any? I do, okay. So we'll go with that then. Just so I can actually see. I don't think that's a mimic. We'll find out certainly. Yoink. Loot all, grab another box. Boop. Alright. So we're definitely gonna want to end up like walling that off eventually. I think we're gonna start here. I could use bombs. I may end up using bombs just early on to make the excavation relatively faster, right? So let's make some sticky bombs. Okay. I much want to build a base underground instead of trying to make one above ground, if it can be helped. Oh, nice, some tin. Oops. Oopsie doopsies. Poopsie whoopsies. We're getting there. Sorry, Mr. Squirrel. You were in the way. Want to make this nice and flat, then I'll start building the base down. Then I'll add terrain back to it. Probably add some, not a elevator, but like tiny slits that make it harder for the AI to jump into the base type scenario. All right. I feel like that's probably enough to start. All right, so let's see. I think any night where there isn't a boss that's been killed, like the 3 bosses that normally start up, they have a chance to spawn. So ideally it won't spawn for like a minute. Let's resummon the squirrels. There we go. I'd say that's probably a good start. Okay. Let's go this way. There's so many upgrades I have to get in terms of like items, accessories, etc. They add even more like status effects and debuffs that the enemy can apply to you. So, and they made it so progression to get a lot of those immunity items is harder. And some I don't think can provide an immunity. For example, there's like a specific type of fire that a boss has. And once you kill like that boss, you can get something that'll help resist it. / be immune to it, you know? So it's like, oh, that's nice. It's a real shame I don't have it yet. Okay. We are going to be using all that rock eventually. I wonder if I actually have the that potion. I do. All right. There we go. So I'm thinking after a week or so of this, we'll probably do either mono fighting or mono bug. Maybe we'll interject the Terraria breaks more frequently, as I'll have like a world built that I can keep messing around in. Okay, let's see. Not gonna lie, the Department of Governmental Efficiency being Doge, that's not lost on me. Okay, I think we can be fine with that as a start. Let's go this side now for a bit. I'm going to make very tiny rooms, just large enough for the NPCs to live in it. Then I'll add more to where the actual base is gonna be. I will need to replace all this background with proper walls, and then I'll have to do the same thing for flooring. Okay. I just need enough that I think it's merchant nurse, and there's like another one that I would like ideally. Ah. Oh boy, zombies. Not a fan. Sorry, goldfish. I think I'm gonna have to do a rope ladder, or I'll just do platforms and I'll climb it. Okay, let's see. Because I don't even have a grapple hook yet either, so. Alright, let's see. How do we want to do this? We are gonna do platforms, I think. We'll do it like that, just so I have a way to get back up. And I don't even have a grapple yet, so I can't even like cling to that to make the building of this easier, you know? Alright, let's see. I think it's like that. I do need to add rope though, just to make it easier to climb up, so I'm gonna have to get clever with that. There we go. Let's move that so I can actually continue the rope. There we go. Not ideal, but we can make it work. Let's move the torch. Move to the other side. Also, ow, fall damage. Yoink. Okay, so how are we doing this? More rope. There we go. Let's eat a fruit for a buff. Climb back down. We gotta kill this guy. Thank you. Guide's gonna die. Not really a big deal. He'll come back. Okay. Oh, that's scary. Okay, good. Health. I am gonna have to put something up so they can't come down. Okay. Let's see. Trying to think how I need to do this. And we'll just start building a few things while we're here. Okay, let's see. Probably 3 of them for now, at least. Workbenches can double as tables, so there is definitely a value in that. Probably want at least 2 bonfires for now. Maybe some chairs. I have no armor, so it's definitely gonna have to change. Let's grab the furnace as well. Okay, good. I need to get up there without falling off, though. Okay, there we go. Let's start. Just something so they can't come in like they have been. There you go. Just for now. Alright. I will want to go out eventually and grab all those stars. Just not yet. I normally don't do some sort of mana caster. Alright, let's see. So how do we want to play this? I guess we'll start making walls with the dirt. Because we have to actually place them, you know? Actually, no, we'll start with the replacing the floor, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Gonna make it all stone. Okay. Need to be able to see. It's not perfect, but it'll do for now. Yoink. I don't really want to craft wood armor, but it's better than nothing, so I may have to end up doing that. I'd rather just skip to like the first metal if possible, you know? Okay. Stone. Okay. I am gonna have to... No. I am gonna have to mine more stone, most likely. I don't think I have enough to do this whole area. Okay. Okay. Good. I am tall enough. I'm not tall enough. Boo. Okay. Eep. There you go. Okay, that corner I never finished. I am gonna make a door just so I can get out and grab those stars before they fall off. Because I don't have a clock in game. I don't have the item built, so I don't know what time it is. I just know that it's night because it's stars. Then when it becomes day, they're gone. Okay. Yeah, that's... Boo. Let me go grab a door. Beep. Also, not having any meaningful healing. Not ideal. I guess I'll put a bonfire down here for now. Bonfire here as well. Let's make a door. There we go. Okay. Let's put stone there for now. Same thing over here. Squirrel staff. Not ideal. Let's put that door there now. Just so I have it. There we go. We do need to backfill that so this all counts as a lived in space rather than not. Okay. 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 We'll just do that for now. It's still raining. We know it's night. Let's put in a few more torches down. It's raining, so there won't be any forest fires. Alright, that's reasonable for now, I'd say. I think it's now daytime because the music just shifted. We're gonna cut down a bunch more wood so we can do proper walls instead of it being all dirt. And you get fruit, which is useful. Small buff, but it's not nothing, you know? Every little bit counts, especially when you have no upgrades, no gear, no bitches, not even any model. Which reminds me, I'll probably look at a few model pictures after I actually get the base going for real. And we do want it to be sustainable, so if we have any acorns, we gotta plant a few. Okay. Okay. Probably that, because I'm the Lorax. And then we'll do the other side as well. Oh, slime guy. We need that because gel. Sorry, Mr. Slime. I need your flesh for sustenance. In no way was that sexual. Alright, so now we're gonna start making wall. Beep. Almost died, that would have been awkward. Okay. That's probably enough for now. I don't want to craft too many and then have to decraft it. I have to remember how it needs to be added. Oh, there we go. That'll do. It's gonna take a lot, but we needed to get it going, you know? I'm gonna have to do a lot of eyeballing to make sure all the wood is actually covering the dirt. Otherwise, it won't count as a domicile, and we want it to count as a house. I may have to end up moving the mic for these purposes since I'm leaning towards the right. Yeah, we'll be able to continue it now that we picked up some wood. We had to start the wall from something, you know? And it's not really that much of a difference, but in order for it to be a house, it needs to have walls. It needs to have chair, table, and a door. I'm actually going to use a potion just so I can see a bit better. Thankfully, this is enough that I don't have to use a grapple or anything, so I can just go up and down, left to right. I may need to make more though. Each one I think is like taking 6, so... Okay, gotta make a bunch more. So far, none of this has been really different from Calamity, mainly because all I'm doing is getting a house going, and that's about it, really. All right. Then once we do that, I'll have a place to put stuff. We'll start digging in other places as well. Excuse me. Okay, good. I'll probably end up eventually replacing the rope and just having it be a platform ladder. I can still take fall damage, so I don't want to oopsie doopsies accidentally die, you know? I'll also constantly be referring to the wiki because Terraria was already a game that I needed to have like its Wikipedia open at all times, but Calamity Mod even more so. The sheer amount of content and changes, you know? Okay. And then I am gonna need more stone so I can patch up all the dirt. Okay. We're gonna definitely need more. Okay, let's see. Do I have more platform? I mean, I do, but you know what I mean. Just so I can reach... just so I can reach that, the ceiling. Okay. Uh-oh. I hear music. It's not the jaunty, this is a good day music, you know? Oh, that's gonna have to move. Alright. Okay. Okay. We'll add more to this side so we can get over there. Ah! I'm burning. Not really. All right. That's not bad then. Now we need to go get more stone. Gonna grab some stuff while we're here. Also gonna grab those mushrooms because you can use them to make potions. I'm gonna need a lot of potions, especially early on while I have nothing else to eat. Okay. Okay. Okay, we didn't die. Nice. I wasn't sure if that was gonna be like a sheer drop or not. Okay, very nice. Ooh, another chest. Probably not a mimic, especially not here. Okay. Okay. I will take... Okay, now we hit the issue of basically inventory's full. So we're gonna have to get clever. First off, leave me alone. Nice armor. So, that's why I didn't want to craft the wood armor. I knew that enemies can drop it, so it's like, well, I don't need to waste it. Yoink. Let's grab this just for more defense. That's an accessory. Accessories are used to make really useful trinkets and various other recipes. Put the throwing stars there just so I have room. Ow, leave me alone. Okay. We will do some fishing later, so it will be useful to have that. Oh, is there something still in it? Oh, the shine potion. Yeah, that would do it then. These will stack, so that's fine. Let's probably build a step ladder or something here. Maybe even some rope. Probably a step ladder first, then we'll do rope on the other side. Provided I can actually find it. I guess I'll just eat this since I only have one of them, so that'll free up a piece of room. Okay. That'll do, probably. Okay. We'll put torches on the other side as well so we can actually see. We'll put it there for now. There we go. Don't want to fall. I'm gonna eat that bunny. Let's also do that. There we go. Don't need the clay for now. Dirt's more than adequate. Slime. Okay, good. But we didn't get any stone out of that. There was stone here though. Okay, we can make that work. There we go. I only need enough for now. Beep. There we go. Just so I can see a bit better. I don't want to summon too many and actually make room for the Torch God, which is a fight you have to do, but it gives you like a luck bonus when you're using the right torches for the right biomes, you know? Also, ow, I don't want that. There it is. All right. There we go. Nice. We will have to eventually put a door here or something, because otherwise that whole thing will just be like one domicile, and that's not efficient. Okay, so that's good for now. Let's move a few things. Gonna move that because we don't need it yet. Trying to think how I did this before. I don't need music. I don't really care. Oh no, what a shame. It's gone. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have the bonfire still because we do want to use it at some point. All right, let's see. I think this will be enough, but I'm not sure if I have to move it over one or not. Did I not build another door? I did not. Okay. Door. This is either going to be like one not enough, or it'll be too many. Let's see. Yep, it's adequate. So we basically just make a bunch of those, and that solves our housing issue, which is what we want, because we want the NPCs to show up so we can continue building and such. Okay, we need enough room for the door to open, so I think it's like this. We'll do the chair. We will need some more stone, it looks like. We can definitely nix this. Okay, so that's the merchant. Not the worst thing in the world. We absolutely do need more stone, though. Okay, so we're gonna yoink a little bit of this. Okay. This is still walled in, so we don't have an issue. I have to eyeball it because I don't have a protractor. Let's see. Maybe, no, not that. That, I think. We'll see. Yeah, I think that is right, actually. No. Yoink. Yoink. Just there for now. Okay. Did I not make more doors? Apparently I did not. That's awkward. Let's make at least 3 more. And by 3 more, I mean like 1,000,000 more. Let's see if this is large enough to count. It might not be. It is suitable. Okay, so I'm gonna... This is fine. I just need him to move his house, that's all. Because I don't want him taking up that much space if it can be helped, you know? We'll do that for now. Okay. So the same thing as before. Table. Chair. Grab the door. It's probably that. No, it's not. It's this. Maybe. Let's see. Yep, it is suitable. Awesome. Okay, good. So then... we'll backfill that with dirt, so we're not losing out on stone. Something, rock and stone, you know? Thankfully, I have a long way to dig for a Balrog to show up. So that's not gonna be an oopsie doopsies accidental destruction of the base, which is nice. VOD friends, lurkers, I hope you're doing well. Working on Calamity Terraria. We finished up the Lawyer You Know video on the Richard Allen verdict. Gonna look at some Pallas cats as soon as I fill that in with some dirt. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. You can always leave feedback that you hate this if it ends up being an issue. I just couldn't play more Rad Red after playing so much of it. Okay. I think that's probably enough stone for now. There we go. Okay. So I gotta figure out how we're doing this one. I think it's gonna be like so. Yeah. Door. This can probably be 2. This doesn't feel like it's anything large enough to be anything. Okay. All the zombies want in. All right. Stars are useful. You can make items out of them. They can be used to, they can be used as ammo. They can be used for torches. They can be used to make accessories. It's always nice having some stars. I am actually going to remove all of these because as much as I like the happiness buff from sunflowers, they also make it so less mobs show up. So that's gonna have to change. I'll probably leave up 1 and then I'll put 1 on the other side as well. But it's not a huge deal to have a bunch of them yet. I can space them out as need be. All right, let's see. Okay, that's good. Now we're gonna fill this in. We're basically making it be a bunker now. I do want some light though. Okay. We can definitely remove this one. It's not going to be even, but it will be also, ow. I was going to say it'll be even enough, you know. There we go. Get out of here. Lack of immunity to crowd controlling knockback. It doesn't take much to basically get thrown for a loop and then have to undo what you did because you got hit. Okay. We'll also put torches on top of this, but we're not there yet. There we go. All right, not bad. So then we just need to do the other side. Then once I have enough iron, I'll do a like a hatch at the top of the stone, so I can more or less fall through that way. Okay. We're also gonna put a campfire up here because that will be useful for the slight regen buff it gives you. Zombies, they need to die. Sorry, squirrel, so do you, and so do you. They were in the way, couldn't be helped. Alright, so we do need actual material. We haven't gotten there yet. So I'm gonna have to make another shaft, giggity, and just start digging. There we go. Okay, like 6 maybe? This is going to be a temporary thing until I can get it resolved. It needs to be high enough that they can't jump up and then into the base. I don't want any of that. Okay, very nice. Okay, very good. That's definitely gonna be too close. We'll nix this one then. There we go. Ah, it's daytime. Boo, there they go. What a shame. I will have to start dying a bunch at some point so we can get enough gravestones to make a graveyard biome. That's useful because items and resources that only spawn there. So you can create a graveyard where it's easy and convenient, and then you farm them. Okay. Sorry, Mr. Squirrel. You were in the way again. Okay, we don't want to... That's an OSHA violation if I cover up the campfire. So we're not going to cover it. Sorry, Mr. Chipmunk. You are now one with the wall. That's awkward. I'm going to have to make more room. Boo. 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 There we go. All right, we're going to put a... What is it called? The forge down there? 42nd. Hi, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by. So this is Calamity Mod. It's an overhaul mod for Terraria. It adds a lot in terms of progression. It adds biomes like the Abyss, the acid ocean. Let me pull up the wiki. It's a whole thing. It adds modes after it adds content after Moonlord. So normally the game ends when you get the Moonlord, but in this you have post Moonlord, post Providence, post Devourer of God, post Yegon, Dragon of Rebirth, post Supreme Witch, Calamitous, and Exomex. So there's a lot to do. Yeah, that's fine. I'm glad you're enjoying it. HQ, thank you for stopping by. I hope you've been well. I hope you're feeling better. The cough has gone away. I hope the cats are doing well. We've more or less spent this time working on a base. The early game in Terraria, especially Calamity, takes longer because they add, like, I think they add more bosses in order to actually be able to progress into hard mode. Yes, I think you did, HQ. You were feeling sicky. This was like last week or so. Also, if you go into the dungeon before beating the Skelly Boy boss, you will die incredibly quickly because it's meant to be, you're supposed to kill certain bosses before you actually go into the dungeon. So yeah, basically in this, it adds a bunch new biomes, Biocenter Labs, planetoids in space, an evil island. Let's see. I'm trying to think of bosses that it adds that aren't in vanilla. Okay, so bosses. So Desert Scourge is new. Crabulon is new. Hivemind and Perforator are new. Then you have the Slime God, which is 3 different slimes all at once. Oh yeah, I was just talking about the graveyard biome. I like to make a graveyard biome on the surface, somewhat close to my base, so I can farm up the wisps and everything that drops there. You also have to... nice, that's awesome, Tara. I love that for you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going over Calamity Mod with HQ in the 42nd. They're sisters. They play Pokemon. They play Terraria. And they're not familiar with Calamity. Later on, in order to get a certain NPC for progression, you need to create a mushroom biome rather than the one that spawns. So eventually, I'll just get enough mushrooms that I'll make the mushroom biome on the surface. Then that'll allow me to get the stuff to get, like, Spectre Armor. I think it's, like, Auto Drill and something else I'm forgetting right now. But it's important because that's how you get the Shroomite bars. Yeah, no, I played a lot of Vanilla Calamity, Vanilla Terraria. I knew about Calamity, and I'm like, yeah, that's not for me. Also, while we do have people here, I mean, yeah, but... it's a specific tool needed to make a certain kind of bar, because you can get chlorophyte bars. Then I think it's chlorophyte and mushrooms can become shroomite, and you need a specific item in order to be able to do that. No, it's okay, HQ. Don't worry about it. I hope you're doing well. I hope the cats are doing well. We're going to look at some Pallas cats because Monolization has put so much effort into the website for the cats. This is one of Eve's Pallas cats that she gave birth to last year at Novosibirsk, Russia. I love the amber orangish eyes. You're not. I wanted to take a short break from the Terraria and talk to chatters, especially since we had a bunch show up. Are they in sweaters? Let me see. They are not in sweaters, but they are adorable. This is Victoria and Roman. They're the people behind monetization. They, lots of Russian Pallas cats, lots of Japanese Pallas cats. They have listings of all the zoos in the country that have Pallas cats, photos of Pallas cats. So what this would be when Princessa was born. She is I believe, a Finnish Pallas cat who is currently living in Czechia. And this is her being held by basically vet technicians. Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, she's absolutely adorable. No, it's okay. And yeah, they don't need sweaters. They don't need booties, but they are adorable. Princessa, she's perpetually sad looking. It's because her father, Arcus, also has sad boy genes. More Princessa. It looks like she's doing a very tiny blep. I'm sure they exist, Taro. So small. Tiny little striped tail. This is the Core KRC Zoo. I think that's in one of the Nordic countries. This would be Primula. She had 2 kittens this year at the Uno Zoological Garden in Japan. She was getting really feisty with her kittens, so they've probably been separated by now. Feels really bad. That's Olivia at Saitama Children's Zoo in Japan. She's one of the Flower 5. Primula, Olivia, Grusha, Lotus, and Iris were all from the Flower 5. Sadly, their mother, Shawl, died like 2 weeks after they were born, I think. So they were all hand-raised by caretakers, which I love that that was a thing. If their mom had died in the wild, they would have been dunzoed. Maybe. I'll have to look at Princessa pictures more to see if her eyes are usually cross-eyed. So let's actually go back to that. All right, Princessa. Yeah, she always looks sad and I hate it. It makes me feel really bad. She is the daughter of Arcas and Mimi. She's currently at the zoo in Prague. That's Arcas. He's from Bohus and Borsica. He was born in Budapest, actually. We've seen some of the Budapest Pallas cats. Arcus is actually only 2 years old, which is amazing. They reach sexual maturity quite early, which I guess considering high mortality rate, it makes sense that they would need to reproduce early and often. And then you have Mimi. Mimi is the daughter of Norbu and Pema. Mimi is very round. Mimi had Kali and Kati this year. They're known as the Q brothers. These are the, yeah, so you have Kali. That's Kali Ollie, actually. You can also see it's got the same face that Princessa had. And yes, incredibly round because it's cold as heck. Then you have Kati Mati. This is the other one. They all have the same eye color, similar head shape, beautiful striped tail. Big fan. They were born at the end of April this year. Kati's name literally means cat in Finnish. So, super adorable. You can absolutely see the face to the face. It's a genetic thing. I love it. Science is really cool. And another thing that the website does is, so you have to remember that largeness is because of their fur. When I see them fed, it's usually like a small rodent, but every now and again, Grusha will be fed like a large chicken to emulate some days you may only have a small meal. or several small meals versus having a large meal, you know? And another thing that's really cool that Monetization does is they have family trees as best as they know. So you got Cotty. Cotty comes from Mimi and Arcus. It shows where Arcus comes from. It shows where Bahas and Borsica come from. It shows where Mimi comes from. It shows where Norbu comes from. It's really neat that you can trace the lineage. So you have to remember, they live in like the desert. They live in the tundra. They live in the steppe. There's not a lot of food available. And the food that is available, primarily rodents, is going to be competed for by predatory birds, dogs, and other predators. So it would seem it was not sufficient to go the blubber / fat route, and instead they went for incredibly dense and long coats to stay warm. And you can tell that because in the summer they are demonstrably thinner. Let me see if we can find a picture of a summer Pallas cat and you'll be able to see the difference. I may not have a summer one. Let's see. I hope everyone's doing well on this fine Wednesday. This is kind of a summer one. So you have the default of Gorsk, who is very thick. That's absolutely winter Gorsk. But then you go to, say, Gnar in the summer. Outside of standing tall to present a menacing aura, he's quite lean and he's not floofy. It is possible, HQ. I do not know. I just know that for Pallas cats, the way they stay warm is living in burrows and dens and having a really dense winter coat. We are now going to go back to Terraria. We're still trying to build our base. We've been building batches of tiny houses so as all the NPCs can basically get in there. And then I need to start like actually mining ore because outside of tin, I have like no actionable ore. So let's continue working on that. Also, since you are here, HQ, how's the audio for Terraria? I can make it louder if I have to. Okay, let's move this. There we go. Excuse me. I'm not sure where I'm actually gonna put the refining and such. I think I'm gonna put it down here, to be honest. Okay, we'll do that, just so I have room. Yes. I tend to build underground. That way it's harder for enemies to get in. Okay, yeah, I can absolutely adjust that then. But I try to make a bunch of tiny little houses. These are the smallest they can be for people to inhabit. And then I'll try to have gaps. Yeah, it is. I'll try to have long gaps on both sides of the base to make it so the corruption can't spread to the base, and then so mobs can't just jump it to land on my base. Hold on. There you go. So yeah, we need to make some more chairs. I like to use crafting benches as chairs and tables because it counts for the housing requirement. And now we just had the demolitionists show up, so I can start getting a bunch of bombs, which bombs in a video game, by the way, Twitch. It's pretty great. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. Also, it really sucks starting off in Calamity insofar as not having like the rocket boots, the wings, the jetpack, the grapple hook, all that good stuff. But yeah, we need to probably make at least 3 more rooms, if not more. And then I want to at least have like a room dedicated to, what's it called? To like crafting and manufacturing. As far as wangs, no boomerangs. Sorry, Taro. I will be getting one later though, because I think I can actually make like a magic one that's used for something else. This I don't think is technically large enough to be a house. I'm gonna build some extra tables and chairs. Okay, let's see. There we go. Got the doors still. I think it is gonna be here, TBH. So we'll do it like this, basically, I think. I used to put them underground, but then it wouldn't like pull from it. So knowing that it's not gonna do that, it makes it more annoying to actually use. I think for the sake of space saving, I am gonna put them under here. Okay, probably, let's see how I wanna do this. Like that. Okay. Okay. We also beat Mono Dark yesterday. That's one of the reasons why we're playing Terraria. Okay, 1. There we go. This way we can stand here and we'll have to manually loot it. I don't know if the mod broke or something, but you used to be able to put the chests like that, interact with a crafting bench, and it would more or less make recipes because it would pull the inventory from the chests that were in the area. But the last time I tried to do that, it didn't work, which was kind of annoying, TBH. Okay, so now we need at least a bench. I think this is probably gonna be the crafting area. I'm gonna try to make this a thing, but I need to be able to make iron so I can put a trapdoor there. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I thought it used to pull from multiple chests. I'm not sure. It's been a minute. I know when I tried to do it in Calamity recently, it basically wasn't able to, so I was like, grumble, grumble, you know? Okay. So let's see, where is everyone realistically? Demo's living here, that's awesome. Guide's living there, that's awesome. So this will need to change. Also, now that it is kind of the start of a new run, I can actually sort my crates instead of basically dumping everything in the wrong place. Yes, and I could have sworn it used to work that way in the past, which was why I thought it may have been a broken mod or something. Okay. So this will be consumables. There you go. Okay. We're gonna hold on to the healing pots. We're gonna hold on to the night potion. We're gonna put the food in there as well. I am gonna hold on to recall potions because they go instant rather than mirrors having a cast time. I'm gonna hold on to the umbrella because it can be used as a accessory when holding it. Okay. I'm gonna put the bombs away for now. Bombs in a video game, by the way. Reagents is specifically for things to make potions. We'll do ammo, I think. We'll keep the wooden arrows because we can make bows out of that. Okay, ammo. Ammo. We're gonna hold on to these bombs because we can always find wild bombs. Yes, pixelated bombs. It's fine. Okay. Seeds. Daybloom. This is a nice little like calamity thing, but it doesn't really matter. We're gonna hold on to our grenades. Keep the radar. Consumables, right? Right here? Yep. Okay. Also, another thing that Calamity does is it adds classes, and it adds Rogue as a 4th class for a like a stealth type character. And your throwing item is a brick as you start off with. I think that's hilarious that you're so stealthy, then you throw a brick. It's like, oof, ouch, yikes. Nice. Got some herb. There we go. Reagents is still open. Okay. Material. We're gonna hold on to tin because we want to at least have some armor that's better than wood, you know. Dirt can go in here as well. We're gonna hold on to our stone. We're gonna hold on to the rope. We're gonna leave that as is. Gonna hold on to bonfires. Okay. Ammo. This can actually, no. It'll go in here because it can be used to make stuff. Can of worms. I'm not doing fishing anytime soon. Not yet, at least. So we'll name this fishing. There we go. Fishing, etc. And where did those worms actually go? Ah, there they are. Okay. Now I'm gonna make a shaft somewhere not next to my base, and we're gonna do a bit of a dig. All right. Once I have enough money, actually no, I have enough money. We'll start getting some bombs from Dude Bro. Dynamite's a little too rich for my blood. There you go. We'll also turn those into sticky bombs so they just don't go wherever. Love me some sticky bombs. I don't think I have enough money to buy anything else, so let's figure out where we want to go. We haven't done any real exploration. It's set to like the left slightly. All right, what do we have? Beep. Good, we have stone. I'm gonna need stone later. A lot more stone. There we go. All right. Yes. Sticky bombs, and then once money's like a non-issue, sticky dynamite. If you're not familiar with the concept of a elevator, it's basically a vertical fall to the hell biome. And once I have enough money, I just casually use dynamite to do elevators. And then later on, once you have rocket launchers, I use nuke rocket launchers to do the same thing. Because the dynamite has a surprisingly long, like, casting time. So it causes a delay I don't want to deal with, you know? Alright, so we're going to just start digging here, and we're going to see what we find. We have recall potions, so we can get back instantly. Alright. Let's also see what was up there. There we go. It's gonna be night soon, so we want to be able to see too. Okay. Merchant left, we don't really care. Okay, so And just so we know where we're digging, we're gonna put some torches over here. There you go. Oh, very nice. Did you enjoy the intro to Terraria stream that Lucy did for you? Yeah, he's probably even more knowledgeable about Terraria than I am, so you're getting multiple sources of Terraria info aside from the wiki, which is great too. All right. Not being immune to fall damage and not being able to breathe water, it makes the early exploration rather perilous, especially since the only torches I have are basically, I make torches, then I place them every so often. It's not gonna be even. Oh, really? Nice. The rainbow area, hallowed biome is really good to farm. Lots of decent mobs, and you can get the what's it called? The Rod of Discord from Chaos Elementals. And that looks about right. Ah, zombie! Ah, not ideal. We're gonna have to. We're probably gonna have to put something above that so they don't drop on me like that. Okay, interesting. I did not. I thought you may have advanced further. That's all. I apologize. Okay, this looks close enough. Okay, we did kind of find some broken. Oh, I don't like that. That's one of the worms. It's not a boss, but the worms are large and they can be hard to properly hit. Oh boy. Ooh, we barely lived. RJ, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. We were looking at Pallas cats earlier. We'll probably look at some more in a bit. I died. Feels bad, man. It's okay though, don't worry about it. I have like nothing on me, so I don't have to worry about losing it. Outside of oopsie doopsies just dying, I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing well, RJ. All right. I was thinking about using the potion, but I'm like, a zombie isn't gonna drop on me in like the next 5 seconds. And yeah, I really enjoy Terraria. This is the Calamity mod. It's harder, but it has a lot of extra content, which is really nice. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have fall damage immunity, so I'm gonna have to use rope, I think, for this. Okay, we'll just do that for now. Okay. Beep. I'm gonna say I died there on purpose because I need to. Yes, they are free to craft, but they prevent you from falling all the way, and I don't want to be impeded by something, you know. Also, I'm gonna say that was on purpose because I want to eventually build a graveyard biome, so I slowly need to start collecting tombstones. All right, let's see. Once I find, yes, that's actually a good idea. I will do that. Once I find an area I'm gonna stay in for a while, then I'll do like a bunch of platforms, maybe a chest, torches. I'll block an area in so they can't drop on me. Okay, so yeah, we will do that. There you go. All right. Nope, they can fall through it, so they don't care. That's unpleasant. I'm gonna have to put like a hard platform there and just teleport back. All right. There you go. Now they can't get through. All right. We'll just call this a pit stop. We're gonna continue down. Yeah, it may be a Calamity mode thing. Calamity did change a lot of things. Okay, we got a house below us. Hopefully there's no traps on the chest, and hopefully it has something useful. We're about to break into someone's home. Feels bad, man. Not that bad, but a little bad. Okay, let's see. Oh, and spider webs. Very scary. Spiders are horrifying in this. Okay. We did need more stone, so it's technically fine. I hear water, so we're probably near that. Okay, let's see. Sorry, Mr. Worm. There's a lot of spiders, and they can poison and they can blind, and there's some even scarier ones later. So I really don't like fighting spiders when I can. That being said, you can use Cobweb to basically make it a slow fall thing if you don't have any fall damage immunity or pink slime or water. And the silk is useful because obviously that's like caster gear and summon stuff, you know? Okay. Terraria also made things harder. And yes, a ranged weapon, having enough room to kite is always useful. I technically have a bow, but it's a tin bow and it's not very good. All right, let's see. I have to really hope that the chest doesn't explode when I go to open it. All right, let's see. Nice, we're not dead. An umbrella? I mean, it's better than what I'm using, but yeah, okay. So now I'm basically Mary Poppins with the umbrella. Very fun. Also, I like that it's a weapon, technically. There we go. All right, so that's water. Let's do some glow sticks and figure out what's below us. Okay. There we go. Probably gonna use more rope here again as well. I see some ore. Maybe it's iron. I also need to make a grapple hook when I can because that'll actually help me with being able to do things from different positions. Okay, not ideal. That's a bit of a drop. Not a fan. All right. I wonder if I can use the squirrel staff and the squirrel can exist underwater. Maybe. Okay, good. I like that. Okay, that's not too bad. All right. All right, how are we doing this? Okay. HQ, if you're still here, how is your infant infusion going? Ah, I cut my rope. Ah! There you go. I think that's rock and or tin, but it's not nothing, you know? There's some jellyfish to the far right over here, but I only see one so far. I think we'll just dig down this way vertical, parallel to it. That way I don't have to go in the water. Nope, I will have to go in the water. Boo. There we go. Okay, let's see. Okay. I suspect for someone who's very like detail oriented, this tunnel I'm slowly building down is very non-linear and chaotic. Hopefully that won't trigger you all too much. Okay. I also need to make sure I can actually get back up there if I have to, outside of using the recall potions. Okay. Oh, Taro, did you see that Elon and that guy from Oblivion, Vivek, is heading up Doge, aka the Department of Government Efficiency? I thought that was hilarious. Yes. It's mainly the fact that I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna dig a neat line down, and it's like, oops, house, oops, spiders, constantly having to go further. It's so annoying. And yeah, like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely government waste. Things can be streamlined, but let's be real. The people that are going to be in charge of trimming the fat, draining the swamp, do not have our interest at heart, so I hate it. I'll have to go up and see all the things you put on it, Taro. That's a good bit of fun. Taro, have you been having a good week so far? Or are you still trying to sleep away our reality? Ooh, shiny. Nice, now I'll be able to make tin armor, because right now I have no armor outside of one tin helmet. So that's actually very poggers. Alright, let's see. There we go. There we go. Yeah, sleep. I imagine when one is able to get quality sleep, it is absolutely OP. And if I'm ever able to have quality sleep, I'll let you know how broken it actually is. But until then, I have no personal experience with it. Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to sum it up. I'm like, if I knew nothing about how Elon's been running Tesla and how he's ran X into the ground, I probably would have some level of faith. But yeah, I mean, that is certainly an opinion, RJ. and I don't run an authoritarian regime, so you're allowed to have that opinion. All right. Okay, so let's see. I will need to make a elevator eventually, but it needs to be a straight line, and I don't have the resources to make one all the way down, especially since I need ore and I need armor. I have none of this stuff to deal with, like going underwater or lava. Okay, let's see. I probably could put a bomb in this corner though and see what that opens up. Let's see. Run away! We know there's jellyfish over there, so there's like a large body of water. Okay. Tin, very good. Okay. Beep. Running. All right, what do we see? I think that's the cavern music, so we finally got to a cavern that also looks like iron. So I'm gonna start putting torches as I work my way down this way. Oh, silver, even better. Okay. No. There we go. I think this is like a, oh, that's a drop. We don't want to die too soon, or die again is a better way to put it. All right, let's see. How do we want to do this? Okay, well, put the rope there, I think. Sylvie, thank you for the lurking, much appreciated. You as well. I hope you, the husband, and the dogs are having a great day, and may whatever you're sick with not be COVID. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow or whenever you're on. All right, let's see. There we go. I love that. I'm pleased that you're feeling better. Okay, we can blow this up. Blow this up as well. We probably are close to enough to have like a full set of tin armor, which I wasn't expecting to play as the Tin Man, but I need some armor. All right, let's see. Yoink. Uh-oh, red slimes. Oh boy. There we go. Meh. I feel like I'm either the Penguin or Mary Poppins. Also, you're dead, Lamau. But that's why I need armor. I just lost like a good bit of health from being hit by 2 slimes in a row. Beep. Okay. There we go. Gonna need to make more torches as well, so the slime came in handy. Rope. There you go. Okay. Mine cart tracks, that's good, because it means we're probably in the cavernous area, and it will let us go back and forth rapidly between a bunch of expanse below us. That being said, that worm scares me, so I don't love that. Okay. We can drop down here. As long as we don't blow up the train tracks, we'll be able to go back and forth relatively well. I also heard a cheese boy because it went squeak. Okay, let's see. I think gems can also inhabit at this level, which is useful because you need gems and a metal to make grapple hooks, I believe. At least until I can kill some bosses and get a better one, you know? Okay. There we go. Very good. Sorry, Mr. Worm. Once again, you were in the way. Oh, that looks like silver. Maybe it's even platinum, but I don't think a copper pickaxe can do platinum. So I'll probably have to make a tin one instead. Okay. No, I think that's silver. Okay. Platinum has more of a bluish tinge in the ore. There we go. Yeah, it is absolutely a copper pickaxe. Okay, let's see. That's water. I'm gonna have to dig a little lower so I can actually put the torch. Same thing there. I'm gonna have to dig even more. Alright. There we go. This way I can actually see what we see. Okay, good. I need that for the pickaxe or the grapple hook. I feel like it's too close to use a bomb. So I think I have to be clever-ish. Alright, we'll put one there just so I can see. Same thing there. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yoink. Alright. Beep. A little too much of a fall. Eh. Ah. Okay, we'll do that. I think we'll put a platform here. There we go. Just enough that I have a place to stop, and then I'll put one below me as well so I don't die from fall damage. Let's see. A bit lower, I think. There we go. Let's also use the squirrel staff. That will help deal with that slime down there. There we go. Okay, there we go. Very good. Wow, once I get up there, that is. Okay. All right. So I'll probably end up making a silver pickaxe so I can get at better ore. And then once I have that, I'll like do a set of tin armor and we'll keep going forward. I very much prefer ranged weapons since not getting hit is great. So the first weapon I'll probably craft will be like a platinum bow or something. Okay. I do have the tin bow, but boy is it not very good. The squirrel sentry probably does more damage than the tin bow. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. Where is this gonna take us? That's not water? Okay, good. Beep. Yes. There are arrows better than Jester. I'm not sure if there's arrows better than Jester in normal mode. And I need, I think, like pixie dust and something else to make them. But what I'll probably end up doing as far as visibility goes is I think there's a weapon, a melee weapon that you can use to it will cast stars that go through terrain, so that helps with visibility. There's the various like light potions, there's the various pets that have light effects. Oh no, yeah, there definitely are, and I think once I get low enough, or once I get to world state, certain world state, there will be better things, better arrows, better weapons within various chests and such. Alright, let's see. Oh, nice, an emerald. Oh no, mushroom, never mind. Mushrooms are for dye. Well, that one's for dye, and dyes are cosmetic only, so. Okay, good, more silver, we love that. Okay. Okay. I have the torch out because it's actually scary to go through underground with no armor, no light source on the minecart, and then just like run into a spider and die. Alright. More spider, well, more cobwebs. There we go. Yeah. The visibility early on with like what you don't have makes it really difficult to see. And I'm nowhere near a point where I can just be like spamming pots all the time, you know? Okay, that's 10. So that'll actually help. There we go. Okay, I think that's platinum because it's got the bluish tinge to it. But I definitely can't farm platinum yet. Okay. It is actually really fortunate, though, that we did find a minecart track, because it's at a level where there can be a bunch of different ore. It's already dug out because the cart had to like go places. So that's really handy. And I love that for us because it means the progression, while it's gonna be basically going back and forth a bunch along this minecart, it's gonna be a lot of upgrades in terms of gear, which is nice. Okay, let's see. How are we doing this? Gotta make some more torches as well while we're here. There we go. Very good. Now I can be a little more liberal with them. Ah! Not being resistant to knockback. That's one of the ones that feels really bad against like trash mobs and bosses. You get hit once and you get like thrown off the edge. Okay. Ah! Damn it. I didn't even think about it. I'm like, oh, let me just move and let me go interact with the tent, and then I died. It's fine though, don't worry about it. Enjoy your snack time, 42. Thank you for stopping by, RJ. I appreciate that. Take care. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Yumi, thank you for stopping by. I am sorry to hear you're sick, and I hope you feel better soon, TM. Terraria, until I got killed by a boulder trap, was going very well. So now we got to do the long walk of shame to get back to where we were. I appreciate you lurking and stopping by. All right. Well, that was very awkward. Let's see. So, okay. Okay. Gonna work all the way. Yeah, it very much was a trap. I'm like, oh, a tent. I have something to interact with. Oh, I'm dead. Yes, I will occasionally encase torches in dirt. That way it's an extra light source. Okay, very good. Slowly making our way back. Thankfully, we already triggered the boulder, I think, so we don't have to worry about getting killed by it again. And I'm playing on normal, so the only thing that happens is when I die, I lose like some money, which really isn't a big deal because I have like F all money at this point in the game. There we were. Okay, good. And that means we have a gravestone. I need like 13 more of them so I can make my graveyard biome. Yes, amethyst. It's purple. Once I have danger sense potions, I'll be using those often because it will show me enemies and or traps, which is actually a big deal. So I won't have oopsie doopsies, poopsie whoopsies like I did the first time. Okay, let's see. So I may not actually be able to mine out the amethyst yet, so I'm still using a copper pickaxe. Okay, we were able to. Awesome. So that means we'll have a grapple hook relatively soon. We haven't found any iron yet, though. And if it's iron to make the chain to make the grapple hook, no grapple hook yet. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's get the squirrel staff. Thank you. I'm really annoyed there was no one in the tent. I was hoping it was like an NPC hiding. Sometimes you'll have like a bound merchant. And yeah, if the slimes didn't want to kill us, them playing around the pool would be absolutely adorable. I agree with you. All right. I think that's lead because it's like a bluish gray. Sorry, Mr. Slimes. All right. Oh, nice, a recall potion. Yeah, I think this is lead. Yes, it is lead. Lead is analogous to iron, so that will technically be good enough to do what I need it to. All right. There we go. There's actually I think it's a boss trinket you can get that makes all the slimes friendly. So you could absolutely live out your best life as like the slime lord with all your friendly slimes. Very adorable. Okay, let's see. I actually wonder. Yes, I've had that too, actual NPCs that are slime show up. Most of the time, I will build a settlement. Then when I need like certain conditions to be met, like having the mushroom guy show up, I'll build a biome there. I'll put the drunk princess, which is an NPC from Calamity, in the hollowed biome, etc. I don't think copper can dig platinum, so I'm gonna see if bombs can blow up platinum ore, since I really need it. Okay. Okay, good, it can. So that's an easy way to quote unquote mine platinum without needing to make a specialized tool. Okay. Sorry, Mr. Squirrel. Okay. There we go. Ah. I need to get up there. There we go. Good enough. Nice. You get a staff called the squirrel staff, and it spawns a squirrel that throws acorns at your enemies to defend you. That's why there's a squirrel underground. Okay, more tin. We do like that. I need to make an indent so I can place the ore. Okay, and by that I mean a torch. Okay. Yes, exactly. He is friend-shaped. Ah! I double place torches. I hate that. It's so wasteful. Okay. Okay, we got another house. Very nice. Wait, do we? Or is that just water? No, it's just water. Never mind. Boo, I was hoping it was actually a house. Also spider webs. Oh no. Alright, let's put a bomb on the underside. There we go. Beep. Okay, good. Save me, squirrel staff. Thank you. The slow fall from the umbrella is nice. Yeah. It definitely does get a little crowded. I can wholly understand that. Okay. Let's see, what do we have down here? Oh, that's a very long drop. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's an amethyst spider. We do not want that. Okay. Big slime. So this was the end of the mine track. I had to figure out what side we were on before I did any more exploration. Okay. Also, that's blink root to make recall potions. Very handy. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can blow up the amethyst crawler instead of getting near it. You can. Very good. Whee! Slow fall. Awesome. And that's a lot more lead. Very good. I'll need that for my reactor later. Okay. Okay. Probably put another one here. Beep. As far as pets go for like summoning, the issue is they'll just ignore the pets and focus on you. So while pets can be useful, there's definitely instances where it's like they may as well not exist because you just get hit and die. All right, let's see. How do we want to do this? Beep. More spider webs. Let's see if this is a Bast statue. No, it's a Wraith statue. I was hoping it'd be the Bast statue because I think that's the one where it's like when it's placed, you get like +5 armor if you're in its area of effect. Okay. Oh, nice. We found the pyramids. The sand biome has a lot of valuables in it, so it's good to know that the desert is more or less over here. Maybe we'll find some ancient aliens or something, you know? Yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. There are pets that you can use that aren't entirely geared towards being a summoner. So there's a pet that you can get from a boss later on in Calamity that acts as a aggro type shield, so it'll run out and fight enemies for you. There's one that like orbits near you that provides healing. Then there's another one that also provides a bonus plus gives you like a light source. So you don't have to go full summoner to get the value out of pets. Yeah. I'll try not to anger Khufu. I don't know who Khufu is. Maybe that's Terraria lore I'm missing out on. Alright, let's see. The desert being here is also good because I need sand so I can make glass jars for potions. I don't see a house. This is a pyramid. There are a lot of booby traps, but we've only ran into one so far. Okay, I'll look for it. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Ah, yes, there we go. Okay. That might be trapped. So this is gonna be a fun one. Let's see. I'm always more wary of the gold chests. Oh, okay. I did not know that Khufu was a pharaoh. The only pharaohs I know are Tutankhamun, Ramses, and Nefertiti. Okay, so I don't love this. Maybe I can blow up like the detonator. It probably doesn't work that way, but I'm gonna pretend it does. Okay. Sneferu? Okay, now you're just making things up, Taro. Ah, that's fun. Good, not trapped, and we got a regen band. That's actually quite nice to have early on. Okay. We have like no accessories, so it's all free real estate at this point. Recall potion, hunter potion, shuriken bombs. Yes, there are paintings that you can place in your like houses. And normally, if it's not something that's of value, I just instantly bin it, you know? Okay. Okay. Rope. There we go. Rope. Okay, good. I need to be able to get back up there, you know? Yeep. Okay. Ah! More encased torches. It's something I like to do. There we go. Now we can put the rope further up. There we go. Let's see what was below the house. Yeah, it'll, if it's a material, it will say, which is really nice. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. Though the wiki isn't always perfect in what you need, because sometimes it's not always up to date. So yeah. All right. Beep. Definitely the worst part of the bombs is they have F-all for range. But dynamite is 19 silver a pop. So it's not really viable yet. Oh gosh. Eep. Okay. Okay. Let's see, let's put something there. Was that another mine? Maybe it was, I don't know. I mean, we'll find out. Ah, bigger worm. It sounds louder and angrier. Oh, it wasn't that bad. I thought it was the big one. That's why I was getting heckin' startled. Okay, more lead. Very good. I'm not dead! Hooray! Okay, that was fun. 98 damage. Woo! Spicy. Alright, let's see. Grabbing our lead. Sorry, Mr. Snail, you got in the way. Okay. Ooh, where does this open up to? Just casually terraforming. Don't mind me. Alright. Ah! More pyramid. Okay, some lead above us. It literally spawned behind me. It walked towards me, and I couldn't stop swinging my pickaxe, Taro. I'm somewhat sorry. Okay. Oh, that's only silver. Okay, good. And think of it this way, Taro. I'm helping keep the snail numbers in check. Conservation and all that, you know? Alright, let's see. That's 10. Very good. I'm gonna put a platform over here, since there's a long drop and all that. Okay. There we go. What do we have down here? Oh no, more cobwebs. Eventually the spiders are gonna get angry. There we go. Alright. That's good. That means more work for the surviving snails to have. I'm creating jobs for snails. Revenge of the Slimes. I've seen this anime before. Alright, let's see. Go, squirrel! Do squirrel things! Alright, Alright. Yes. But here's the thing. No one made that squirrel literally walk towards my pickaxe. And yeah, exactly. Just chucking acorns like its life depended on it. And I think because it counts as a sentry, they don't really die. So it's an immortal squirrel. Very nice. Since, you know, they are prey animals and such. Let's see. I will choose to spare that worm, though. I don't usually do fishing because it's a whole pain. Hey, slime. Okay, let's see. I think that's a pressure plate, but I'm not sure where the trap is. I suppose we'll find out. Okay. I don't see one yet. I don't doubt that there is one, but I do not see it yet. Okay, awesome. I will look. Okay, that's fair. I will continue looking for it. Ah, there's the pressure. That's what it was. It was a dart trap. Yes, that's a very good eye, 40 seconds. Thank you kindly. So yeah, pressure plate. Dart trap can go fuck itself. All right. Yeah, no thanks. That's another thing too. They also added a bunch more life stuff. So there's like a blood orange, a dragon fruit, and something else you can eat. There's plating of armor. There's better mana things. There's a biome called the Shimmer that's basically like rainbow goop. And you can put stuff in it and it will change certain things into unique upgrades, which is really cool. That's the pressure plate. That's gotta go. We want this silver. Oh no. That would have been really awkward. Okay, I wonder what the fairy's going on about. I know fairies will usually show you like items worth grabbing. Sometimes it's a heart, sometimes it's a chest. I don't know what it's pointing me towards. For all I know, it's pointing me towards my demise. It's pointing me to a chest. I'm gonna have to really hope it's not trapped, because it could at this point. We've already run into at least 2 booby traps now. Alright, let's dig our way down with explosives. Okay, let's see. That was the trap. It's a giant boulder sitting right there. So I'm glad we decided to blow our way down. Yes, multiple boulders. Big trap. Not pleased. Some guy was like, I literally want to destroy the career of the 3 people that try to open this thing. Oh, bats. Yay. I know, right? Like, there absolutely better be. But there probably won't. Alright, let's see. They were gonna do another platform here to soften the blow when I fall all the way down. Yeah, no idea if it's actually will end up being good. Jellyfish, okay, good. They can drop amulets, which are useful for crafting. They can drop glow sticks. More slime. That's a spike trap. I have to figure out where the pressure plate is. All right, so it had multiple traps attached to it. That was fun. It had 3 rocks and it had explosives. Very fun. So it also had a dart trap. So we're gonna get back there. I'm sorry I got you killed, chat. But hey, it means a second gravestone. And since we're here, I think I'm gonna take the time to make some armor. Ow. Alright, so I need to make an anvil. Alright, so let's make the lead. Now we can make an anvil, which is awesome. We'll put the anvil here for now. I'm probably gonna end up moving it because I really don't like an anvil between my table. Not much in the way of platinum, not a big deal. We already have a mine cart, so we don't have to worry about a second one. We can definitely put away the mud for now. All right, let's go back in and get our body / the loot that we're missing. No, that was such a tease too. It's like, okay, we found 3 boulder traps on 1 chest. Surely that's it. And then it was also a surprise explosion. So, hooray. It's okay though. The only penalty is losing some money when I die. And I'm fine with that. I mean, it's inconvenient, of course, but you know. Thanks to the minecart, it's easy enough to get back to where we were, mostly. Whee! Okay. So, we were... Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's also hold this for the slow fall effect. Oh, nice. More silver. Okay. We're just gonna drop down that way instead. Okay. Okay. Wait, what the hell? Squirrel staff. Okay. Not ideal, but we'll be fine. Until that sound stops, they terrify me, because the worms can come out of nowhere and they'll fuck up your program. Alright. There we go. I'll leave this guy alone, though. He's a mouse. He's not doing anything wrong. Okay, let's see. So we're actually almost back to where we were, which is great. Oh, nice. Water broke my fall. Huge. Alright, so never punished. Aside from the time I run into a heavily fortified trap. Okay. I need that. More amethyst. I absolutely want to get to that. I need to build a platform. I'm not sure how we're getting there though. Let's see. That'll probably do. I need to be able to see a bit. Alright. Potions. Alright, so we can put something there, it looks like. Good enough. Yeah, once I have enough ability to constantly be like spamming danger potions and hunter potions, there will be significantly less me dying. Also, we just got the nurse to show up. That's huge. I'll actually want to configure the house that the nurse goes in to be very close to what would be considered a boss arena, so I can teleport back and get healed for very cheap quickly in the middle of a boss fight. Okay. There's also some piranhas playing with the slime above me. I do not like that because piranhas inflict bleed. There's usually a bunch of them and they're scary. Oh, no bombs. Right, I put them on the other hotkey. There we go. I want to see what's in the chest, and we're going to go back to the base. We're going to look at some Pallas cats, and then we're going to find someone to raid. The mother slimes. Save me, squirrel. Bombs will destroy some stuff, but you'll later run into bars that bombs and various explosives will eventually not destroy. So, yes. And if the chest is sitting on a tile, if a tile has a chest that has items in it, it can't blow up. So that's also a thing. Alright, let's put some torches down so I can see. Then we need to basically build a ladder up there so I can actually get to the loot, since I don't know what it is. Alright. Yeah, yep. Much appreciated the 40-second. I'll try to peep whenever you're streaming tomorrow. And hopefully it's more fun playing Terraria. If not, I hope you have a great sleep and a good Thursday. Okay, so the pressure plate is still intact, which means it's like under here. So we'll want to like throw a bomb here and blow this up. Also, shoe spikes, this is good because it lets me slide down walls. I don't have a grapple hook yet, so that's actually kind of handy. Dynamite. I can always get clay back, it's not a big deal. Better potion, better ammo. Papa John's. Let's see. I can actually make lenses, so that's not a huge deal either. But yeah, those ones are specifically dead men's chests. So, very unpleasant. They're not always dead men's chests, but I've never seen like a normal chest I've never seen like a brown chest be dead men. So as soon as I saw a silver or a gold one, I'm like, there's definitely a chance that it's that. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a few more of these for when I come back. This is silt with a transmogrifier. You can turn it into like fossils and stuff. It's very good for money. but the problem is you have to actually find a transmogrifier, and it's usually in like biomes that are scary, and we haven't gotten to any of those yet. Okay, so we're gonna recall. Very good. We will pick this up tomorrow. We're gonna look at a few more Pallas cats, and we're gonna find someone to raid. Okay, gotcha. That is completely fair. I'm pretty good about finding something, hyperfixating on it, and then hyperfixating on it for like a year. That's more or less all I've been doing with Rad Red. But after like 10 monotypes, I needed to do something else, you know? So that was the same Son of Eve we saw earlier. But now we have Mulniha chilling on her, the top of her habitat. Probably never, but I do like Terraria, so it'll be Terraria. I like the distinct pattern. It looks like a paw print or a crow's foot in the middle with the super defined eyebrows. Yeah, she does look grouchy, and she likely is in a good mood. Like, she's not actively scowling, you know? Mulniha and another one of Eve's daughters. This was taken last year. I love the stripes throughout their body, the orange in their coat, the defined facial features, and the amberish yellow eyes. That's very much a bloodline thing rather than them being bluish, green, or like hazel like bulls are. And these are all from Novosibirsk because Eve, Mia, and I think Latoshka are all Russian Pallas cats. Yes, absolutely. The dramatic face makeup is really nice. That's more a princessa. Tiny little claws. So small. She was probably only like 4 to 8 weeks at most in this picture. I mean, not everyone in this economy can afford dramatic face makeup, you know? Maybe. I'm still waiting on my logo from Crimson also. That will definitely help towards this feeling like a more mono stream, you know? Let's look at some different ones. Classic Zeleningorsk. His name roughly translates to Greenberg/Greenville. He's got the paws on the tail. He's looking very fluffy. You can tell it's Zeleningorsk because this eye has, it's hard to see because of the typing, but it has a scar in the corner because of toxoplasmosis. So anytime I see like snow in this background and it's a round boy, I pretty much know it's going to be Zeleningorsk. This is a unnamed female, also at a zoo in Europe/Russia. Yeah, exactly. The text overlay was in the way. But you got the really nice tail. It looks like a boulder, very round and fluffy. The eyes are more of a grayish blue instead of the trademark yellow. She's getting a stretch. It's important to stay flexible and limber during the winter months, even when you don't feel like exercising. More of the same. She almost looks like she's smiling in this one. More of the same. It also looks like she has no neck. And her head is so tiny compared to the rest of her body, which once again is predominantly floof rather than fat. She also reminds me of Grusha a bit in this with the super dilated eyes. Not entirely 1,000-yard stare, but definitely pondering some things. Unnamed Manual from the same zoo. Very adorable, very floofy, would be willing to lose an arm to pet the, yeah, exactly, maybe a 100-yard stare. We're gonna find someone to raid, Terraria stuff. VOD friends, lurkers, everyone who stopped by to chat, thank you for doing so, even though it was at least 2 a.m. when you did. We'll pick it up tomorrow, a more Terraria Calamity Mod, Pallas cats. I would like to at least kill several bosses, but even the easier bosses in Calamity are still difficult, so I'm not really trying to rush the early game, you know? Let's see who we have playing Terraria. Okay. Let's go with this person. Provided they're actually still streaming. I don't like rating someone and then it turns out they just went offline. Okay, very good. This will work. So that's, I don't know if they're playing Calamity. I didn't see that in the title. It may be Calamity. It may just be normal Terraria, aka vanilla. Let's see. There we go. Very good. Okay. I hope everyone has a good rest of their Wednesday into Thursday. Stay safe. It's going to be okay. We will get through this. Thank you for stopping by, everyone. Take care.